Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of How to Kill Your Anxiety, or in other words, my 3 biggest anxiety triggers. Because not only is it handy to know how to get rid of it, but after being helped by a friend of mine, after I got my diagnosis of my anxiety disorder, she told me, please, everything that you do for 2 months, so from like food, sex, sleep, anything, the drugs, how many anxiety attacks do you have, write everything down. And from there, I saw what my 3 biggest anxiety triggers are. So let's start off with number 1. That's basically lacking on my routine. So if I do anything wrong with my sleep, my food, my nutrition, think of how I use vitamin C and D. I take zinc. If I don't do any sports, everything that belongs in my routine. If I lack anywhere, I'm definitely gonna notice my anxiety building up. If I then don't take care of it long enough, I will have more anxiety attacks every day, and that makes it a bit hard. But I know once I start to look, hey, where am I lacking in? It's easy for me to return back to my routine because it makes me feel better and my anxiety goes away. The second one is basically meeting new people, and that could be friends, that could be someone you like. Man, this is probably the most hard one and the most annoying one, because even as I am 32 years old now, I still have it as something like, oh my god, did I say something wrong, or was a joke too harsh, or yeah, does this person has interest in me? Am I fun enough? Whatever it might be. It got better over the years, I must really say, and these days it's not as an influence anymore. Like, I'm okay with myself if I say something stupid. I'm not gonna nag myself anymore with the fact that I said something stupid. What also helped me a great deal is to think now always, well, if this, I only would like to hang out with people that are comfortable around me, and I want that person always to feel comfortable with me, so I will act in such a way that I do as much as possible as I can to make that person feel like that. And if that person doesn't feel like that, I'm also not gonna nag anyone with like, hey, you wanna hang out or you wanna do this? Try to make something happen, because, yeah, it's not the energy is made might not be the same. And, I'm cool with that. So it is just something part of being anxious in general. Um, for me, it is more that I have trouble with it from my personal uh, relationships. If it's like work or anything, I'm pretty easy to deal with there anyways, because yeah, then it's not necessarily something that is really dear or close to me. But yeah, in the case that I meet new friends, meet new people or whatever, there is always this starting period where it's finding out how people are together and how the energies are. If I don't receive the same energy from a person back, it will always make me a bit anxious. It's not like it happens all the time, but what I do now these days, if it really triggers me, and even if I could be dead wrong or just misinterpreted it, then I will still ask the person and I will just be like, hey, I'm sorry, my anxiety is just taking over. We good? And if I get an answer back to that, then like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm cool. Even if it's like not cool in between me and that person, at least I know now then, and then I can either decide to do something with it, yes or no. But it brought me a lot of power to just be able to say something or to ask for, hey, we cool? If we are, let me know. But yeah, as you get it, like, I'm not shying away from showing my anxiety, and I'm also not shying away from like doing so, because it prevents me to further develop my anxiety. And instead of walking around with something for maybe days or weeks up until you meet that person again, I'm just gonna ask to soothe my own insecurities I have them, and as everyone has them. So yes, even if you're 32 years old, you can still be insecure from time to time. Sometimes my brain just does little things and goes wild, and then I have to calm myself. Then I have to calm myself down. That's just how it is. And lastly, I would say, and that's for me the most important one, that's my holy trinity, and I mean that in terms of like work, housing, and money and goals. And yes, that's four, but I think the last two go together. Like if you have something that you work on and you're achieving something, most likely there will be something included like money or getting your mind off creatively. So I think those two go well together, and of course work goes hand in hand with you having enough money on the table to do your shit, get your food, not struggling at the every month at the end of the month of like, oh, do I have enough money to do my things, etc. Man, that's a buggering one for my anxiety. And of course housing, and I say this more for the people in Berlin because like I've been moving around quite some in Berlin, and it always stresses me the fuck out. Like if I know that I'm gonna move 2 weeks or 1 week before that, don't be surprised if I'm not so much around and I'm just thinking about moving for like a few days and being stressed out about it. And I never really want to be a bother to anyone, so then I just keep it to myself. Yeah, my three biggest anxiety triggers. What I would like to say, all of these go together. It's also in how far you let your own mindset go with anxiety, especially the one with meeting new people, but also once I know that something in my basic necessities is not right, I will be triggered and then I have to take care of it. But I will also make another video on my three biggest tips for anxiety. That one will come out later, but at least these are my three biggest triggers with anxiety. Yes, I have anxiety. Yes, I have insecurity. As long as I know where the triggers are, I'm able to deal with it, and then it also doesn't mean so much for acting out on my anxiety. So, something that I would like to share with you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it. If you like it, become a subscriber. That would help me out a great deal. And then there is nothing else to say then. Big hug, much love, and then I see you in the next one.